raids.
Well, no, which is one open world.
Welcome again to the 00Lounge podcast, where us, as longtime friends in gaming, it's like we're like the Power Rangers of gaming at this point, discuss games industry news and nonsense and share with you our love of games, game culture, and everything else surrounding it. Coming to you live today from Brooklyn, now with less B6 bus in the background. What's up, everybody? How's it going?
What's going on, y'all?
What's up?
Aaron of the house.
Angelo.
Yes, as I forgot to say, I'm here with my other hosts. I'm Malik Banks. Aaron, Christopher, and Angelo are joining me today for the podcast. All right, so what's been going on in the last couple of weeks since we last had our last podcast? What have we all been playing?
I've been playing a lot of different stuff lately. It's been a slow month.
Yeah.
So, Token PS4. I've been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto.
What is a Token? Because like offline we talked about it. I know you mentioned that you played the demo and then you wanted to get in the game.
Yeah.
What is it about?
It's pretty much like a
Monster Hunter
Dynasty Warriors.
It's Monster Hunter is like a technical game. Like you gotta hit monsters at a certain time in like a certain frame. Token is more. It's the hunting genre, but it's more of an action oriented.
Yeah.
Like Dynasty Warriors set up button masher kind of.
Yeah, it's not a game.
With like a dark cloudish kind of weapon
progression.
system.
Yeah. I mean, it's not nothing spectacular. It's just a placeholder right now. We're having a little fun with it.
Until Witcher 3 come out.
Yeah. No. I'm pretty much just buying time, waiting for some new stuff to come out. Console is kind of slow right now.
Yeah, it's a slow. It's going to be a slow burn until the next major. Well, yeah, it's Witcher.
We got Witcher 3, and we got Batman a couple weeks later.
Yes.
Oh, we got Elder Scrolls.
I'm telling you, man, that Batman. That's a sexy game right there. I can't wait till that comes out.
Yeah, that's what I'm most anticipating. Like, period.
I'm looking forward to The Witcher more, and I didn't even like The Witcher 2.
Yeah. Did you play any of the other Batmans?
I seen you guys play. I never played them.
That's why
I played the first one actually, a little bit of it.
Yeah. Nah, you did. I would suggest you go back, but I know sometimes
going back just it's hard.
It's difficult to do.
Speaking of Batman,
yeah.
Did you guys get a chance to see the Mad Max trailer? The official gameplay got released.
Mad Max?
And
I didn't see the gameplay.
Looks.
We did see the trailer for the movie.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
This looks like Batman meets Assassin's Creed and they fucking had a baby. It's great. Like all right, you guys got to take a look. There was a lot of vehicles. The wasteland looked really good.
Yeah. This is open world.
Completely open world game. It's only next gen. The graphics look phenomenal. The fight scenes look great. The post-apocalyptic enemies and monsters and terrain just look amazing. Like, I'm looking forward to buying that.
Did you see any of the original Mad Max movies?
I've seen them. They were good movies. Great. Movies.
Is it styled off of those movies, or is it like based on the new movie that's coming out?
Well, you mean the new movie is really styled off the original. Yeah. So the game looks like it fits in between both. Like, it was really cool.
The new movie
looks good.
Looks pretty good. I think I might wind up going to see that.
Yeah, looks good.
With this guy Tom Hardy.
But let me get it.
Hopefully he doesn't use his Bane voice in it.
For you guys. You get to make your own Mad Max customized vehicle.
Yeah.
Between 4
machine guns and flamethrowers.
Yeah, it's bananas. And it's not just one set car that you get. Like the original one in the movie. We're using trucks, tanks, garbage trucks, like whatever you decide you want to pick and build. It's going from there. It has a level up progression system. You literally bullets are scarce in the game, so a lot of the time you fight enemies with them shooting at you, and you're literally using cover, dipping and dodging with the Assassin's Creed / battle, like Batman combat system, it looked really good. The way he hit, everything looked real brutal. Like, it looked really next gen, and it looked really aggressive. That's not gonna be for kids, like at all. So I definitely tell you guys when you get the chance to check that trailer out.
Yeah, I completely missed that one.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
And what have you been playing?
Same as Aaron. Pretty much Token and a little bit of Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Slow month. Little 3DS here, little Vita there.
Yeah.
Hey, what about you?
I mean, it's been a busy week for me, so I haven't played a whole lot of games. But when I did, I've been trying to level up with Bloodborne. Finally met the cleric beast, the first boss you run into, and of course I got washed. Also been playing. I've been going back too. Play a little bit of Final Fantasy VII. Play a little bit of Breath of Fire.
How does that hold up?
Final Fantasy VII on a Vita.
Breath of Fire 4 is actually still it's still doable. I have it on my Vita also, but Final Fantasy 7 is like,
man, it still holds up. Like, granted, like the graphics, the pre-rendered graphics in some areas, it looks like shit.
Like you can't even see it, right?
Yeah, like, especially
Picasso.
Everything is all pretty much. It's very high art, but you know, you can still play the game. You know, it's still Final Fantasy. It does definitely need updating.
Yeah,
especially
they need to get rid of Popeyes.
When you set it to stretch out to fill the screen.
Oh no, I don't do that when I play the video games.
Nah,
I leave them as the little.
I can't. I don't like the box on the side. And it does distort it a little bit, but not to where it's unplayable. Like the thing that saves that game is that it's not all completely like 3D graphics, not all polygons.
Because once it's in the battle screen, it looks fine.
Yes.
But it's just a world map that looks horrendous.
I haven't seen the world map. I haven't made it to a world map yet.
I can imagine how bad that looks.
All I know is seeing a little cloud with his Popeye arms running around.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's probably just too much for me.
Yeah. Yo, Aaron, I remember your pops was bad pissed when he bought the game.
He used to call, what the hell is this?
Like, because we was all talking about Final Fantasy VII. We went bought the game. Like, I knew what it was.
I knew what it was.
I knew what I was buying. Like, he watched the commercials and he thought like that was like
you know who
the CG commercials was the game.
Cheaper and Raul, my other two friends who also had they thought that was the graphics, like the CG screen.
Yeah.
And they went out and rented it from Blockbuster and came back and was like, yo, what is this shit? Like, yo, this is not what I think I got the wrong game. And I was like, yo, hold on, let me see it. I was like, no, that's Final Fantasy 7. Like, what are you talking about? And they're like, yo, well, I seen it on TV. And I'm like, yo, you really believe that's what you seen on TV? That's what you get? Like,
all the cutscenes.
Man, people are so gullible.
He went back and I think he returned it and sold it for something else like the next day.
It don't matter because he likes to write over people's Final Fantasy data anyway.
I don't want to talk about that right now. All right? We'll save that for another day. This should be a quick podcast. We start getting into that shit. But anyway, that's pretty much all I was playing. Of course, I went back. I had to play Grand Theft Auto because that's my go-to. But other than that, it's really nothing. It's nothing out that I want to play. Witcher 3 comes out in 2 weeks.
18th, I think. 19th.
Batman.
Comes out to 20 something, like 21st.
It's like 23rd or something like that.
Yeah, so it's after E3, which I'm looking forward to. But there was some game news. The Star Wars celebration at Anaheim happened, I think it was last week, and it showed, in addition to the movie, which Star Wars, so whatever.
You're gonna see it.
Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront was shown, and it looks pretty dope.
Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, like that game, it can't really fail in any possible way. It's not something that's going to be too hard to deliver. You get what I'm saying? So,
did you play any of the originals on PlayStation?
Yes, I did. I played Battlefront 2. I never played the first one.
It was dope. Like,
I thought they were great. It was literally the back in the day Battlefield with a Star Wars paint over. And
technically, they were. I'm pretty sure
that's where Battlefield came from.
That was the basis for Battlefield. Like, were those games?
Yeah,
because technically they were pretty good shooters. Especially like on PlayStation, where you really didn't have shooters weren't a thing on PlayStation.
The only real shooter that was on PS2 was SOCOM, I think.
SOCOM was different. It was a shooter. It was third person, but I mean like a straight first person shooter.
It was third at first, if I remember.
Time Splitters.
SOCOM was third.
I was talking about Battlefield.
Time Splitters was definitely like the
Time
first
Splitters 2
shooter.
Was like that was the must have.
We used to have tournaments on this shit
on PlayStation 2. And outside of that, like the only game in town pretty much was Halo.
Yep.
Halo.
Yeah, because it kind of went from like 007 on 64 to Time Splitters on PS2 to Halo on Xbox. That's kind of how it went.
Yeah, transition.
Yeah.
I mean, there was always the Call of Duties, but nobody.
But the Call of Duties back then didn't have the multiplayer.
They didn't.
It had multiplayer, but it only had couch co-op.
PC. PC had multiplayer.
Well, PC is not console gaming, so but
I'm looking forward to Battlefront. I thought the graphics was like outstanding, even for CG or like even as content. Like that was just cool. Like The frames look pretty cool. Just off the CG, there was no real issues I saw there.
And I think you can be playable Darth Vader.
Yeah, but he was always playable. Playable in Battlefront 2.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was cheesy, actually. Go look at some videos.
Did he use guns?
No.
It was all swords and force powers, right?
Lightsaber.
And flight.
And yeah, it made no sense. Why was he able to fly?
Because he controlled the Force, bruh.
The Force is a crazy thing, yo.
I think the Force is bullshit. They be making that shit up as they go along.
They do.
But
that's coming Yoda should have been able to teleport.
Yeah, that's coming from a biased Star Trek fan. Like,
Definitely. We all biased on that, though.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Star Wars is cool, whatever, but, you know, so Star Trek all day.
Oh, God.
Captain Kirk 9 and 7 to 9.
Gondor Pool?
In fact, Deep Space and 7 to 9. How about that?
Son, 7 and look, yo, let's go for the tangent real quick. 7 of 9. Oh my God. When she was first shown, was that her name is Jerry Ryan? That's
Jerry
her
Ryan.
name.
Yeah.
But yo, she had like the unnecessarily tight, skin tight suit for space. Like, son,
she had yoga pants before there was yoga pants.
Yoga pants, yeah, son. She had a bulge, son. Straight camel toe all day, every day on the show. Like, I wouldn't be able to work on the ship with this girl. I would get nothing done. What's
her name? Chakotay, I think it was?
Harry Kim at first, cause she was
like, it was Kim first.
So, but she was feeling Kim, and Kim turned down like a sucker.
Then it was Chakotay, right?
Then it was Chakotay was giving her that. It's not fucking Harry Kim, son. Why would you? First he was hype on it, and then he was like,
I think he was just nervous. He couldn't handle it, son.
I wouldn't handle it. So I would last.
Or maybe he spent too much time on the holodeck. Who knows?
Son. Anyway. Anyway.
Back on Star Wars.
I guess in other news.
Speaking of shooters now.
Yeah. Call of Duty Advanced.
Crisis Fall.
Call of Duty Advanced Black Ops Crisis Fall of Evil.
Yeah.
Now, why are we calling the new Black Ops 3 at?
Yeah.
Alright, well, for one, they're keeping the Advanced Warfare theme
with the
exoskeleton suits.
Uh-huh.
Then, if you really watch the video, in one scene he had the Crisis Bow.
Yep.
And what else did we see? Androids.
Robots and wall run.
The wall run.
And kind of jetpacky, like they jump and climb on the wall.
Yeah, it was real.
And then the guns. My man had some mechanical gun switching arm thing.
Yeah, that reminded me of
like a Gatling gun.
That reminded me of Ghost in the Shell.
That kind of reminded me of something like what's that gun?
But why did his arm turn into a gun?
So it was some weird
kind of hot though.
And then he was doing Chris from Resident Evil, just was punching people. What was that?
Yeah, it was, and the zombies are like jetpack zombies, so that's what we're doing.
You know that zombie mode is like
evil.
So it's like they basically took like Crisis futuristic. They took Advanced Warfare's futuristic. Then they took classic Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And then just mashed them all up into one game, and that's how it looks.
Despite that, it looked cool. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I don't remember wall running in the last games.
It was never in Call of Duty. This is something new. And the wall running, just the speed that it took for him to get across that wall looked so Titanfall-ish to me.
Yeah, it looked exactly like
Titanfall. And then that view, like,
the
a lot of views that looked
like
Titanfall. And then the matter of fact, that's what the gun looked like. The gun looked like that Titanfall gun.
Yeah.
In the mech?
Yeah.
That's actually what his regular gun looked like when it turned into.
So guys, Call of Duty, are you guys about to sell me Titanfall with kill streaks without Titans? Because that's what I'm starting to feel like.
No, there might even be Titans in the game. Who knows?
You never know. Yeah, like Titan.
I mean, the way it looked, the way the video looked, it looked like they had like a four-legged Titans, right? That's what it looked like.
It looked like there were vehicles in there. Again, it's still Call of Duty, so it's not like you're gonna get like Battlefield level.
Well, it did look like there was structural environments. I'm not sure if there is, but it looked like.
But this is the thing; they always blend multiplayer and single player story.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so
a lot of their trailers, so you don't know what.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know, but it could have been scripted explosions. But
you know, Battlefield. Call of Duty is the king of scripted events. So scripted events, monster closets.
But yeah, so Crisis Fall, it drops November 16th.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep at that name because.
Yeah, I mean, despite everything that we just said,
it's still Call of Duty though.
It's still Call of Duty.
Still gonna be the biggest competitive shooter out there.
The game looks
Aaron,
good.
You buying it?
Yeah, unfortunately,
Angelo, you buying it?
Yeah.
I'm buying it, so I don't know.
Man, it's just every year.
It's just something you do. It's like, all right, moving on. What are we talking about next? Silent Hill got canceled. We just found out this morning. And I think you all know why.
Kojima?
Certain individual who used to work for Konami and used to make movie games for a living is no longer with them.
Yeah.
Hideo Kojima.
It's
You didn't have to put that jab in there about movie games.
Hey, listen. You said it before me. Like, you said, watch me play 31 hours of Metal Gear Solid 4.
Watch you watch.
Watch me watch.
Watch you watch.
Yeah, it was a long movie game. But it was fun. Like, for fans of, the
Of course.
series.
I mean, it had a deep story.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know. Over the years, I just became tired of...
Watching games.
No, Hideo Kojima's nonsense. Like, I don't know. Just his overall personality. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's very much he's playing up that whole Japanese rock star.
Japanese rock star.
Yeah, he's full of shenanigans.
Don't knock it though.
Yeah.
I love Metal Gear games, man. Period. I'm gonna get every Metal Gear game that ever comes out. It could be terrible. It doesn't matter as long as they don't have cards in it, like it had for the one for Vita.
We had to collect
PSP. Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah,
that was.
I don't know. Ground Zeroes was cool. I'm looking forward to Phantom Pain.
Yeah, I love Ground Zeroes, and Phantom Pain looked outstanding.
Yeah.
So
the online looks really
also
good.
it'd be good to have a game to play for.
They also announced for the online that it's 16:16. So
that's not bad.
I ain't hear that, but that's good.
Yeah, but hopefully it's not this like disconnected like shit show like the last online multiplayer was. Man, you had to have 3 IDs. You had to have your PlayStation Network ID. You had to have your game ID and a Konami ID. All which could, your PlayStation Network one is whatever, but your Konami ID and your game ID could not be the same ID. And you had to sign into all of them all at the same time in order to play the game and also download stuff from their digital store, which wasn't much.
It's just too much extra shit.
Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, it was horrible. It was horrible, and those game mechanics and like the online setting, like some people were nice, and they were able to kill you relatively quickly, but it was just like
it was hard.
It was like a 3-button combination to do most stuff in that game. So,
yeah, I played it a couple of times. It was cool. It wasn't for me.
Yeah,
like I was dropping numbers, but it was just not something I could get into on a regular.
No, first of all, don't have to update because that shit was like a half an hour wait.
Yeah, and he just sit there and smoke a cigarette.
Yeah,
and they had it updated.
Oh man, it was horrible. But I see the hint with it.
Yeah, but definitely looking forward to Metal Gear Solid. It's always been good. They always deliver good.
All right, let's talk movie trailers for a minute.
Ooh, so what movie did?
A lot of good movie trailers came out this week. Black Mass with Johnny Depp. You guys, have you seen that one?
I have not.
If you haven't seen one, I'm gonna let y'all. Put it this way, this is probably going to be one of Johnny Depp's best performances in a long time, just based off the trailer.
Black Mass, what is it about?
Black Mass, he's playing like this this hitman from the mob, supposed to be based on a true story.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where this guy I guess they're sitting around and eating a steak or something like that, and he's asking the guy like, hey, let me get the recipe for the steak. And he's like, no, it's a family secret, And anyway, the guy winds up telling Johnny Depp the family secret after a little bit of badgering, but once he tells him, like his character just switches on the dime, and it's just like oh, so you would sell out your family secret, and I gotta have you watching my back, and you giving away family secrets just like that. What if you turn on me? So he turns it into this whole dialogue about loyalty and questioning the guy's commitment to keeping the mob secrets. It was a very intense scene.
So now, do you think that his performance in this movie is going to be better than his performance in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pretty much. Like it's not the same like weirdo, effeminate character he's been playing in the last couple of his movies. Like it's legit.
That's good because that's what Johnny Depp is known for.
Yeah,
he's known for being a clown.
It's a you got to see it. So Black Mass, MASS. If you ever get a chance, check that out.
So what are the movie trailers this week?
Fantastic Four.
I seen that. I don't like the way Fantastic Four is shaping up to be.
I don't like it because it divorces. It's I guess it's it changes a lot of stuff from the comics. Like they didn't go to space. Apparently, it's like they went to like an alternate dimension. Something happened.
Yeah. Like they're completely rewriting the story. They might be using an alternate reality story that came out, but from the original comics, this is just not how it was.
No, I mean, again, like I won't know how good of a movie it is until I actually see it. But
it doesn't look like one of the better Marvel movies.
No, and then, it's not. It's not within the Marvel family. I think this is Fox as well. This is them, trying to keep their hole in that franchise going.
The same way Sony was doing with Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, they're rebooting it again. So
they got no choice.
I don't know. I think they should just let it go back to Marvel and stop holding on to it.
No. I mean, Sony holding it hostage is smart because, as what they did with just now, they rented the Spider-Man license back to Marvel, so they're gonna make money on it. So that's kind of smart that they're holding it. But to keep rehashing movies and to keep coming out with, I can't say trash because the Spider-Man movies aren't bad per se, but like there's like stupid things that happen. Like, all right, Spider-Man 3, Venom. Spider-Man's greatest arch villains had a 10-minute role.
Yeah.
And then in the latest movie, Rhino was mechanical. Like, this is not how we remember these characters.
Yep.
So, coming from long-time Marvel fans and Spider-Man fans, for instance,
they change too much.
Yeah,
sometimes.
they're changing too much sometimes.
And then it's not even like they're good changes or making.
Like the first Spider-Man movie was good with Reptile or Lizard, whatever his name is, I forgot.
Yeah.
But in general, that was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
It was the first time that villain was done. Mm-hmm. The story was fine.
Good. We're talking about Spider-Man franchise. We were just talking about the Fantastic Four trailer. Did you see Fantastic Four?
I like it.
Yeah,
nothing about it. Like I had nothing good to say about it, so don't let me bash it for the world.
All right. Star Wars trailer. Did you guys see that? Star Wars Force Awakens. What do you guys think?
It didn't show much. Movie, man. It didn't show much, but from what I saw, it looks interesting. I'm definitely interested to see the new Sith. Mm-hmm. I want to see where they continued after where they left off.
I mean, it's a Star Wars movie.
They never failed. I've never seen a bad Star Wars.
It's a Star Wars movie. That's really
never seen a bad Star Wars.
I have.
Which one?
Clone Wars.
I would say
I like
episodes 1, 2, and 3 are debatable.
Well, that's because they're old school though. Back then, it was good.
No, 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, you mean the new one? Oh, okay, yeah. Well, Clone Wars.
Yeah,
that was episode 2, I think.
Episode 2.
What was wrong?
That was, to me, that was the worst of all.
Clone Wars. It was trash. It was just trash. And you know me, I say trash. It was trash.
I'll swear.
Clone Wars was bad.
All right, Sway, I got the answers. Did you see?
That would have been good to get on.
How did you see it? Did you see the prequels before you saw the originals?
I saw the originals and then I saw the prequels, and I thought they were all good.
All right.
You thought Clone Wars was good?
Yeah. I didn't think they were horrible.
I guess to each his own.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
like here's what I mean. I don't think they were the greatest movies.
No,
like
I think they could have did without episode 2. Let's just put it like that.
But I didn't think they were. I just didn't like episode 3 really. I was tired of the love thing with Anakin and things.
But that is the story though. Anakin and Princess Leia.
I think they. I don't know. I think they kind of played it up a little bit too hard. That's kind of like.
But I thought like all the fight scenes were really good. I definitely thought the backdrops, the amount of work that they put into the movies was great. Like
I don't want superhero love stories.
Yeah, it's
don't
too
want
much.
anymore. I don't want Superman.
In love with Wonder Woman. Watch.
That's the next.
That's the next thing.
I don't want it.
We could also get into that Batman Superman trailer.
Yes, that's the next.
Well, they didn't really show much.
It's a teaser.
Yo, all they showed was Batman say, "Can you bleed?" I think so. Called it a day.
But it's just like I thought it was so cool. Like to be honest, this goes against my religion here, guys.
All right.
I thought Ben Affleck was gonna look terrible as Batman,
but
I
told you, and I said this months ago.
Against my soul here, I'm going to admit on a live podcast
best looking Batman. So.
That I'm not gonna say that he looked amazing in the costumes and fit very well in the realm with Superman beside him. Like they look like they belong in the same territory. Like I couldn't lie on that. Like I couldn't see that with Christian Bale and that guy and that actor. It just wouldn't have worked for me. But Ben Affleck being the scruff, older, like more suave guy, more realistic, believable guy as Batman.
I think he'll be a more believable Bruce
Wayne.
than Christian Bale.
And as Batman, having a physique, having a build that he had.
He must have put on like 30 pounds or something for that movie.
He looked like he could have went toe to toe with Superman.
Yeah, he did.
I'll have to be honest on that. I couldn't see that as Kristen Bell.
Toe to toe with Superman in a mechanical suit holding kryptonite, like not on not a regular.
Even with that being said, what you just said, I agree with that too. He just looked like he fit the world. Like
he had kryptonite brass knuckles on.
Even when he was announced as like the new Batman,
I didn't like it.
A lot of people didn't like it. I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I was the one. I was pro Ben Affleck. Y'all all know this.
I wanted to get a gun and shoot him.
I was even trying to convince you guys, and
you had to convince me.
Well, not you, but Aaron was like, "Oh, but Daredevil." I keep telling people, if the writing in the movie is bad, it don't matter what actor you have.
I wasn't attacking him for doing Daredevil. Just to me, as Ben Affleck, just comes off as so corny and just generic to me. Like to do one of my most favorite. That's my favorite character.
I like Ben Affleck. I think he's
Ben
funny.
Affleck had
I like him in Mallrats. I liked him in
Reindeer Games.
I like the town. I love the town.
He's also in the town. I like him in Dogma.
I like Argo.
Dogma. Yup. With what you call it?
Matt Damon.
Yeah, he did actually Reindeer Games with Matt Damon. A lot of movies with Matt Damon. Like
I don't know. I think he's an okay actor.
He's normally playing goofy roles, but then he does roles like the town.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Dogma was like a goofy movie.
That was another. I think that was Kevin Smith, right? That was another Kevin Smith movie. Yeah.
But he also does like serious movies, and that's why I always thought that he just because he did Daredevil, like it wasn't him that did it bad.
Yeah.
It was that writing. That script was bad.
Yeah.
Like he should have maybe
The casting was bad too.
He should have maybe not took the movie role.
And Jennifer Garner as Elektra, come on.
Again, back then superhero movies in general was bad. So, and that's counting all of them because if you look back at all the Superman movies,
with the exception of Blade.
Yeah, Blade was.
With the exception of Blade 1.
Blade 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Yeah, 2 was fine.
It got terrible after 3. 3 was horrible.
Yeah, fighting Dracula.
It was Jessica Biel shit show.
Yeah. It was. And Ryan Reynolds. I don't know. Don't get me started on Ryan Reynolds. That is the one actor universally that no matter what anyone says.
But I heard he's coming back to do Deadlock.
Yeah.
Not Deadlock.
I hate him. I have nothing nice to say about Ryan Reynolds. I think I can't stand him. And if I ever caught him outside the street, I'd probably punch him in the eye for just being a loser.
Again, don't hate the actor, son. Hate the role. Hate the part.
He plays the same guy pretty much in every movie he's in, though.
Listen here, man. Look, my name is Aaron Christopher for this podcast. If you guys ever catch me and I'm walking past Ryan Reynolds, right?
This is not a threat.
Hold me back.
Allegedly.
Nah, but like I said, I mean, everybody says that Ryan Reynolds did bad in Green Lantern, but again, the script. It's all about the movie. It's all about the script. It's all about the special effects. You can't blame the actors.
No. To me, the Daredevil costume looked good in that movie.
The Daredevil costume was great.
Yeah.
Because I just finished watching Daredevil on Netflix, and that costume looked like shit.
By the way, Daredevil for Netflix.
That's
show.
All I did was comment on the costume.
Man.
The show is great.
The show's dope. I don't know.
But they should have got the movie costume.
My girl Rosario Dawson's in that.
Yeah, a couple episodes.
Yeah, she's fine.
Love Rosario. You ever seen that movie Kids?
Yeah,
she's dope. She's
dope.
I
have
but
kids,
I also,
have you ever seen Kids? The movie
yes,
Kids?
I have. When my dude Ghost was giving everybody AIDS.
Yeah,
I kind of felt bad.
Chloe, I don't know how to say her last name.
No, not Ghost. It was the other white kid gave her AIDS, and then she gave it to Ghost.
Casper.
Casper got it at the end when he raped her.
Yeah.
Friendly Ghost.
Yeah, it was crazy, son. That movie was crazy, son. About like 14, 15-year-old kids.
Yeah, that was pretty much me, like in New York City at that time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Off that though.
Yeah,
that show. Wow.
No, it was a great show.
It was great.
Kingpin.
Yeah, he did a good part. But you know what? I tell you right now, I don't like that actor.
Yeah, he hates him.
Somehow he sound this is no disrespect to anybody out there, but he sound like he got Down syndrome.
Okay.
He acts weird in every single part he plays.
That's his thing. That's his spiel.
But maybe that's how he really is.
I have no idea. But he played a good Kingpin.
No, he did.
No, and normally in his roles he's a pretty good convincing actor. He's a good actor.
Did you finish it?
I haven't finished yet. I have about 3 episodes left.
Watch him. Heads up on the costume though. They showed it in the last episode.
I care about the costume.
You will.
Alright.
I was hyped to see it because I was waiting all season. I was like,
again, they they don't know what the reception will be. I mean, they quickly ordered another series, another season after.
Put this, you know what it reminded me of?
Yeah.
It reminded me of like the original Batman costume from the TV show.
All right, but I mean, as it's going, it seems like it's like an ongoing origin story. So who knows? If
maybe he'll get a better costume along the way.
Yeah, like you know,
I hope they do in season 2 because he needs one. He needs a makeover.
Yeah.
But the show was great.
And with the feedback they get from it, they might change it for season 2.
The show was really good. I hope there's a season 2.
Yeah, no, they already signed on.
Yeah, they already ordered season 2.
Good.
Yeah,
and he also, the actor who plays Devil also wants to do a cameo.
Yeah, I heard in Civil War.
Yeah.
I just saw the IGN also.
Which would be pretty cool. He's approved for me, honestly.
But I don't know if they're. I'm not sure.
I
wasn't too in depth in the Civil War, like when it was going on. But I'm not sure if they had a part in it.
Everybody was pretty much somewhere.
I mean, the main characters was Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and Spider-Man.
Yeah, you're talking about the main ones, but everybody had a part in that. Everyone. It wasn't.
You know how they do like these main branching storylines where it's like the main comic book and then there's like all these stories that branch.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like I know the Civil War that they're going towards is Captain America side of the Civil War story.
Meaning the cameo,
Iron Man.
You got to think about how the Civil War works. Everybody's trying to register what they do or their powers or their vigilante works, whatever. So they had to attack everyone Marvel across the board. So everyone was pretty much going to be seen. Yeah. So that's what you're gonna catch a glimpse of Daredevil and everything.
All right, moving on. Let's go to all right. So Marvel's Avengers comes out next week. We're gonna go see it. What are you guys excited about this movie?
Hulkbuster.
Hulkbuster armor.
I'm excited about Hulk busting the Hulkbuster armor. How about that?
Man, Hulk is OP.
I just want to see Ultron bust the Hulk and bust the Hulkbuster.
That ain't gonna happen. You know why? Because without Hulk, they ain't being.
Ultron is the Hulk buster, that busts the buster of the Hulk.
But honestly,
let's get into Ultron. Why is he so broken?
Ultron,
and he was always broken. He actually almost destroyed the world.
Any electronic device, like. Really?
Man, he's Ultron.
God, and I'm just trying to figure out in my head. What I want to see is how they're going to tie him away by the conclusion of this movie. Like, it's just like...
Probably going to hit him with an EMP or something, call it a day.
What are they going to do against that? Like, Loki was one thing. He's a god. You could lock him up, dismiss him.
But you just said, you just said it. He's a god. Like, they beat a god.
Yeah, but they didn't beat super smart, artificial, infinite living intelligence. Even
that's
Loki,
indestructible.
Yeah, can die somewhere.
Well, in this movie, he's made of
vibranium. He's made of vibranium.
He's not technically made by that in the comic. They're changing it a little.
Okay.
I think he was made at some point. He went full adamantine.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in this one, he's vibranium. They're keeping it to the story about Captain America's shield and. They're probably going to bring in Black Panther, I think it is.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, because that vibranium shit ties to where he comes from.
Yep.
So I'm guessing maybe in the Captain America movie or somewhere around there.
Well, yeah, we're going to see him and definitely...
I think he's getting his own movie, actually, too.
Black Panther?
Yep.
Yeah, he is, but they got pushed back after the Spider-Man.
Because Spider-Man, they got the license back for Spider-Man for Civil War, I'm guessing.
Yep. So, I mean, I think that was the primary reason why they were pushing Black Panther to the forefront was because they didn't have access to the Spider-Man franchise.
Yeah. Now that we have the Ultimate Web Slinger.
Yes. No, they can't. They don't have him. They're renting him.
Fine, I'm okay with that.
But he'll be in it. He'll be a part of it.
Yeah, he won't have his own movie, though.
Yeah, that's fucked up that Marvel has to rent their own.
They have to rent their own character.
Yeah, that's crazy, but that's either here nor there.
This is a
that's like Blockbuster renting movies from you.
I don't know what that is.
This is a messed up world we live in.
All right, quick topic before we go into the main topic. I want to talk about anime. Thinking about anime a lot. Thinking about jumping into the Crunchyroll thing, jumping into some new stuff. And I love anime. Anime kind of all falls into the realm of everything that I love. Being that games came from Japan, anime comes from Japan. Japan, for a long time, this is very intriguing and dope place to me. What was your first? I want to ask both of you guys. What was like your first running in with anime?
You don't even want to know.
I want to know.
You don't.
I don't.
It's
I
too
do.
too moment for this podcast.
I do want to know. I do want to know. And your first run-in with anime, and also your favorite anime series. Give me like 2 examples of your favorite anime series.
All right. One of my first run-ins that I can remember on anime was La Blue Girl.
Oh.
And you know, because it was around the same time we started hanging out.
Yeah, yo. All right, so go ahead.
Right.
What is La Blue Girl?
Do you really want me to explain it?
Yes, explain La Blue Girl.
La Blue Girl is a typical Japanese animation from back in the day. Very ecchi and pornographic. I don't even know how to...
Hentai.
Yeah, hentai pretty much, basically. Which means perversion, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about a girl with superpowers who uses her pubic hairs to attack demons and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And these demons be having like 1,000 dicks.
Yep.
Like I said, vulgar.
Yep.
But all in all, like that was really one of my first run-ins with anime. I was really young, and it was just so intriguing. And it was just like it was really action-packed too. It wasn't even like it was like a bullshit like love story or where dudes just like demons just raping chicks. It wasn't even none of that. It was action.
Yeah, they actually had an actual story.
Yeah, and it was probably like multiple episodes. It was like movies.
Yeah. It's typical anime fare. I mean,
yeah,
everything you're talking about is nothing out of the ordinary, pretty much.
Yeah, for
except for
mainstream anime,
sex in it.
Right, but as in terms of my favorite anime shows, there's just too many to name. But I can name like childhood ones, I guess. I can name 3 off the top of my head. All Toonami specials. Like Toonami was like the greatest thing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You have Rurouni Kenshin.
Yes.
You had Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yep.
And you had Dragon Ball Z.
Nice.
Yep. Those are
all action animes, all Japanese martial arts action animes. Like if you wanted to watch fights, you wanted to watch those 3 animes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I started out too. Like first anime I've ever watched in my life, and this was probably gave me epilepsy as a kid, but I just loved it. It was Dragon Ball Z, the original story before it was on Cartoon Network. I went by a friend's house, and he was just the nerdiest, little geekiest guy in the world, and he was like, "Yeah, man, come on, let's watch this show." And it was Dragon Ball Z, and it was the first time I watched it. I had to have been like 7 years old. And I thought that was so much better than what the hell I was watching on primetime TV. So,
well, I have another one too, but go on.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I started watching that, and then from there, I just slowly progressed and picked up on watching more Japanese animation. As in terms of favorites, it's really between Hunter x Hunter.
Well, that's now.
And
we're talking about back in the day.
Yeah, even
so now, that's one of your best ones?
His back in the day is not.
Well, yeah, because we're a little older. That's true. That's true.
Hunter x Hunter. I mean, I like Dragon Ball Z. I couldn't count that as my favorite. It's so dated.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
As a childhood, I guess growing up on it, by default, that's automatic one.
Exactly.
But I guess like every anime watches.
Yeah, but as you grow, you get exposed to different and varied different types of anime, and you adopt some of those as your favorite.
But Attack on Titan, guys, hands down, my favorite anime.
For this generation, yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see this continue for a really long period of time.
I have a couple for this generation too. That's just like up there. Yeah. 4 stars, 5 stars, like in terms of like ratings.
All right, so for me, my first running with anime was on Sci-Fi Channel. They used to run this a couple movies on like Saturday mornings. This is like in the I want to say mid to late 90s.
Okay.
Akira. That was the first time I've ever seen a feature-length animated movie, and that's like the most cliche one that people reference.
Yeah,
but it's always referenced because there's a reason. It's like one of the best animes out there. I think the next weekend, Ghost in the Shell came on.
Yes.
So it was like back to back. These are like the classic animes. So you got Akira and Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell has to be like my favorite anime series. Bar none.
Did you see the new one, Arise?
Arise, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Most of the show is pretty good. I loved it.
It's kind of cerebral. Like some people, I tried to get a couple people into it. They didn't like it because it wasn't really action oriented. Like this,
it starts off slow though.
It's very story driven. It's very slow.
It's very technical. Yeah. But I like it. It explains everything that they've done.
I like the universe. I like technology. I like the characters.
I'm surprised that's your best one, considering that all you used to watch back in the day was Cowboy Bebop.
Well, I was about to get to that. Cowboy Bebop. I mean,
That's your number 2.
That's my number 2. Like if I was stuck in a desert island and they were like, you put a gun in my hand and say, yo, you only get 2 DVD series. This is all you get. It'd be Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex,
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
So that's from that generation. But have you adapted to any of the newer anime out?
I mean, Attack on Titan. I like that series, even though they only have 1 season.
So far, there's a new one coming. I think it's next season is coming out.
Yeah. And then, we used to watch a lot of the same shows. And again, like I'm very heavily Toonami influenced. Like I get a lot of my shows from there. Inuyasha. I love Inuyasha. Outlaw Star, which I'm kind of upset they don't show anymore.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
It was dope. I liked it. What's the other one? With this guy.
What's it about? I'll be able to name it.
It's with these guys. They're looking for the Philosopher's Stone. Okay, I'm blanking on the name right now.
Elric Brothers?
Yes.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Brotherhood, yes, Brotherhood.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know why I was blanking on that fucking name.
It's too many animes that remember though, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
that show had to it kind of grew on me because
it did.
Yeah, again, it started off slow.
Yeah, it was a slow burn, but I grew to love the character. Inuyasha especially. Like at first, I didn't like the fact that this fucking
love
dude
story
it's a love story, and every 5 to 10 seconds you hear either Kagome or you hear Inuyasha Kagome. It's like an alternate.
Oh, at least it ain't like
it would alternate.
Believe it.
I haven't gotten into Naruto yet. I tried to give it a chance, but I don't know, for whatever reason I just couldn't get into it.
Speaking about Naruto though, like the newer ones is just so much better than the old one. Like especially the American adaptation of it. Oh my god, you do not want to watch Naruto the original
in English.
In English, you don't.
Yeah.
Every 5 seconds, instead of hearing Inuyasha or Kagome, you will hear "Believe It."
Yeah. Believe it.
It's the most retarded voice ever heard.
I've seen it. And it's annoying, you know.
Look,
but
honestly, English, any anime.
Yeah, I prefer. I don't even like to read half the time.
Yeah,
but I will sit there and read anime subtitles all day for 12 hours, 15 hours
before I listen to that anime.
Before I go and listen to an English dub.
Yeah. Another series that I think was, I don't know, I just loved how everything was done. The story, the characters, their journey. It didn't have a lot of the same annoying. I mean, it kind of ran the gamut of different styles of anime. Samurai Champloo.
You like that?
I fucking loved it.
I'm gonna explain why I like that show
and why you did it
and why I did it. That is one show that every time I watch it now, I can't figure out what the fuck is going on. I hate about it and what did I like about it.
It was easy to figure out what was going on. The overarching story is they were trying to get this girl to go to Edo to find the samurai who smells like sunflowers or something like that. But it's about the journey. That's what it was about. I mean, I don't know why you didn't like it.
No, it was. You know what it was?
I didn't feel like it had direction.
All of that just added up
because it was about the journey
to it being her pops. Who the fuck cares? I thought my man was gonna be like some super samurai dude that these guys gonna have to fight. And it's gonna be an all-out war, but it turned out the ending was just trash. It was just whack.
It wasn't whack. It was about the journey, all the stuff that happened to them in between them, from them meeting her and where it ended.
Well, it would have just been easier to just put a knife on her.
And the ending was, if anything, you should have loved the ending. The ending was so Japanese because it was so concise.
But all right, coming from another samurai animation, Rurouni Kenshin, to that,
okay,
and it's just it doesn't compare.
Why not?
Because, like I said, at the ending of Rurouni Kenshin, it ended up in a war. They fought the greatest samurai ever.
But it wasn't.
The bad guy fought the greatest samurai ever.
It wasn't about the greatest. These are two different stories, two different dynamics.
No, I understand that, but as a samurai anime, I want to see fighting.
It was fighting throughout the whole entire series.
He was saying that the ending wasn't
as dramatic.
It was just
oh, okay.
But assess it as a package. I don't know what. As I watched it, I saw it come to a climax between certain characters fighting. Of course, there wasn't no big drawn-out war, but there was some conflict that was resolved through sword combat.
I don't know, man.
But her conflict, the story was about her getting to where she needed to go.
I know, but I guess that's what made it, to me, it just wasn't as interesting.
I don't know. I thought the whole thing was dope. I like the hip-hop influence. throughout the whole entire series.
Yeah, and then they had a gangster Japanese like
all of the stories like it varied from episode to episode. But I mean, to me, that's what made it dope. You got to see these guys' backstory about where they came from.
I prefer Cowboy Bebop. I think
Cowboy Bebop was dope.
I like that anime.
Yeah, but what?
Cowboy Bebop was dope.
So what got you on this anime topic? You decided to start watching anime again?
No, I just wanted to talk about some anime.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I would love to see you start watching some more anime.
I mean,
I know,
again,
like, yo.
Let me know what I should be watching.
Akame got killed. Now, they stirred away from the manga.
No, matter of fact, Kill got killed.
That was
the most recent one I watched. That was awesome.
We also spoke about that the other day.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was a good anime.
You gotta watch one called World Trigger.
That's up to date one. Like that's still ongoing.
Yeah. And I started what's that? Berserker, the Warrior's Tale, something like that.
I didn't.
That's a new one, right?
It's on Netflix.
I think I just seen it.
I didn't like Berserker.
You saw it?
Yeah, it wasn't.
With the what's that?
Nah.
I watched like the first 3 episodes of that.
Akame got killed. Now, don't read the manga because the manga
is different.
It's different. They around like episode 17, the anime steers completely different. Like they give it a completely different ending. Those last like 5 episodes, completely different from the manga. Yeah. The manga is actually still ongoing, and the anime ended for some reason.
And I was watching what's that Netflix anime? I forget what it's called.
Hero Tales?
No, I'll Google it. I'll think about it.
I don't watch anime on Netflix because they don't ever update. Like they had the same. Like,
they took off a lot of.
They had like the same 12 animes on it for like.
But you know why? Because Funimation and Crunchyroll, they all started coming out with anime specific. So if I'm anime watching, I want that. Like Funimation has its own streaming network now. Yeah. So it took all of its shows off of.
No, I completely understand that. But if Funimation could get these contracts, if Crunchyroll could get these contracts, there's nothing stopping Netflix.
But Funimation is the one putting them out.
No. Funimation gets the same. I can show you because I have the app. I have all the apps. Funimation gets the same animes as Hulu, the same animes as Crunchyroll.
Okay.
They maybe 2 or 3 different animes they each got. But they all generally have the same anime.
But again, these are license agreements.
But that's what I'm saying. So why can't Netflix get them?
Because they probably their license agreement already expired,
and they don't want to pay.
And it's probably better for them. They make more money of not doing it, like of not having them stream it. Because if I can watch all those animes on Netflix, then I won't have no reason to get Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
but that's the point. That's what competition is.
So you don't know if it's Netflix's fault. It's probably their fault for negotiating. They probably say, "Oh, we want an outrageous amount of money because we have this outlet that we can get over here
on our own."
Yeah,
but like I said,
and I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Funimation shows disappear from Crunchyroll.
Netflix used to be the go-to, but
but there's so many competing streaming services, especially the ones that drill down to specific content.
Yeah, they're kind of weaning them out.
Yeah, because everybody's coming out with HBO has their own streaming service now. Everybody's going to peel off and do their own streaming service, so they're slowly going to pull Netflix apart. So Netflix will probably go away, but it will. Everybody else will rise with their own specific, amount of content.
That's very, very true.
Yeah, and Hulu probably still has those because certain commitments were probably signed before.
No, not even because every season, right in Japan, every season. 4 seasons a year. Every season is different anime.
Okay.
So they bid between Hulu, Crunchyroll, and then they all bid for those shows. It's not just
do the same shows overlap on each. But those are the most popular ones.
No, not necessarily. Hulu and Funimation will have 3 of the same shows that Crunchyroll won't get. Then Crunchyroll and Funimation will have 5 shows that Hulu don't get.
Yeah.
But then Hulu and Crunchyroll will have shows that Funimation don't get.
That shit sounds like fucking cartel collusion.
That's what I'm saying. Netflix can fit in it somewhere. They just don't want to pay, I think. Because these companies are paying for these licenses.
Yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't
So Netflix don't want to pay.
It probably doesn't affect them. I can't really say to myself now, I'm going to go on Netflix and watch some anime. So.
But me, I love anime. And I used to, it used to be Netflix was the go-to, but I don't even watch Netflix no more. Daredevil and High School Video Game High School was the 2 shits that I watched, which I'm kind of mad about because that was the last season of Video Game High.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure this guy, Freddie Wong, him and Rocket Jump are the ones that do Video Game High School.
I heard he's doing something else, but Video Game High School was dope. It was like funny. A cool little, it was a cool little thing. So especially when you try to break the law, like
Have you seen that yet?
Rooster Teeth has Laser Team coming out.
But is it going to be on a streaming service?
Have you seen the? I'm pretty sure it will because they picked up a lot of Rooster Teeth stuff on Netflix.
All right, so I'm hoping so. I'm hoping like
check the trailer out for Laser Team. It looks pretty funny. The premise is like alien technology falls to Earth, and these 4 guys get like different parts of like an alien suit. So one guy has like the boots. The other guy has an arm cannon. The other guy has like something like this.
So they're not even like one complete superhero.
Nah, they're all one complete superhero.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're like four pieces of a superhero.
Yeah. So it looks pretty funny.
I'm interested to see what each part does.
Like me personally, like I don't know. I just love Japanese animation. Like when you compare Japanese cartoons to like American cartoons, like, there's no comparison.
Nah, it's not.
One that the artist, right? The animation. Let's just call it animation. American cartoons suck.
There were good ones at a point.
No. There were
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe's animated. All right,
that stuff doesn't hold up though.
It don't.
If you try to go back,
put it this way: you could watch.
You can watch X-Men now.
Up to a certain point.
Up to a certain point. X-Men, Spider-Man, the original cartoon. Not the one with Spider-Man and his amazing friends and none of that shit. You get amazing Spider-Man cartoon, right? Yes, that one.
No, Spider-Man Amazing Friends came before.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said not that one. Not that one, right?
Yeah.
Then you had X-Men, you had Spider-Man, you had like Fantastic Four. Back then, all those cartoons was good animation. Then in this generation, it was like Justice League Unlimited, Young Justice. But all these animations got canceled for this crap shit that you see now on TV. Like Teen Titans Go. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's terrible, man.
Right? So now you got Japanese animation where it's like the artist is... It looks like you're watching a comic book. Or you go to this shit that, no offense, I know Adventure Time is a good cartoon, but the animation is dick.
Nah, Adventure Time, yo...
I just said it's a good cartoon, but the animation is dick, son.
It's dope.
It looked like it was drawn by a 3-year-old girl.
You know what? I thought Avatar when I first saw it.
Avatar, matter of fact, Avatar was a good one.
I thought it was weak when it first came out. I didn't watch it until after the series finished up. Yeah. And when I went back, I was like, yo, why didn't I watch it? So the same thing. I give every animation a chance.
So do I, but that's what I'm saying.
Give Adventure Time a chance.
But I never said it was. I said it was a good anime, but the animation sucks. I'm sorry, it does.
Look past it.
It's like, all right, it's like this.
It has a little in-depth story to it.
No, it does. It's like this. I'm in the 7th generation of video games, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I go back and play a Super Nintendo game, but if they came out with a brand new game and tried to charge me $60 and it looked like a Super Nintendo game, I'd piss on it.
Why? What if games are more than graphics? You always say
they are, but if your shit comes out and it's $60 and it looks like a Super Nintendo game, you didn't work on it. I'm sorry, you did not.
I mean, listen. If it was a good game, I'd probably play it.
But not for $60. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nah, it didn't have to be like. In addition, if it looked exactly like Super Mario game and didn't bring anything new to the table, I probably wouldn't do it. But if it was like bleeding edge 2D sprites, then I'd probably.
But that's what I'm saying. I said if it come and look like a Super Nintendo game.
If it was like Dragon Crown on crack.
Dragon Crown, man.
Like. It's like let's say like if Microsoft did some dumb shit and charged people $60 for Minecraft.
They wouldn't do that. It's not a $60 game.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. What if they did? Like, what if that game came out at $60? That would be like a fucking
I definitely wouldn't support Minecraft for $59.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying with animation.
Unless you
now you got Japanese animation that looks like this.
Anything to watch it.
But I'm just saying. But I'm not even gonna waste my time watching it.
You should waste your time watching it.
Like,
I'm telling you, I'm vouching for Adventure Time.
And I blame this on George Bush because he took away all these good animations, man. He took them away, so made everything educational. You can't watch Saturday morning cartoons now, so I feel bad for kids right now.
Added the educational requirement to all.
I feel bad for kids.
Network broadcasting. Yeah.
Yo, does Jackie Chan Adventures count as a Japanese animation? Or was it?
No, that was American.
No, I don't know if it was American.
It wasn't Japanese
because they use now the standard is like Korean art houses. Even for a lot of Japanese animation, they do a lot of stuff in Korea specifically.
Well, Jackie Chan Adventures, I don't even think there was a Japanese voiceovers on it.
I mean, you definitely tell from the art style there was but they were concerned about the budget.
That's what I'm saying. Why does All American?
But it still was a dope cartoon. It still was.
No, it was. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the cartoons are bad, but now, would you rather see Jackie Chan look like that, or would you rather have seen it looking like Justice League Unlimited?
I like it for what it was.
That was
I don't care about what would have been.
George Bush made them take them down, son.
We have no shows like that no more.
Like, we have like the Saturday morning cartoon is dead.
Yo, no. All right, forget Cartoon Network, forget cable. National TV, Channel 11, broadcast TV. Yeah, you ain't finding a Saturday morning cartoon, son.
Yeah, like, and they took away all those shows so abruptly.
Yo, 3 channels have church,
and then
like everything else is news.
Replaced it with shit like Reba. I don't want to see that as
yo, like that was like a hard transition. I think I remember that day too. Like it was just one day.
There was just no cartoons. Period.
No cartoons on. It was like 3 o'clock. Everybody's like, all right, let's get it in. And then it was just like,
do your homework. Fuck you, no cartoons, do your homework.
Nah, I don't know, it was crazy. But, I mean, golden age of cartoons, and these are American cartoons. The entire Disney Channel, the Disney lineup on Channel 11, After School Cartoons Channel 5, and from 90 to 2000?
A little over 2000.
Like 2000.
A little past it. 2004, 2005, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, this is like when, like, you used to be able to watch cartoons on 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, and 11.
Yup. Saturday morning cartoons, 5, 9, and 11. Mm-hmm. Because 2 and 4 normally had like bullshit like series, and then 7 was just you don't even want to watch.
Nah, they had the real Ghostbusters. They had
yeah, but you don't even 7 was just like compared to what 5 and 11 had, and 9 you just didn't want to watch it.
Yeah,
like, it was just,
5 used to be tough. I think 2 had Ninja Turtles.
No, there was a thing though. Like at 7 and 8 o'clock, you had to watch Channel 5. Yeah. At 8:30 to 9:30, you had to watch Channel 11. Yeah. And then at 10, you had to watch Channel 5. And then at 10:30 to 12, you had to watch 11. Like that's how it was. Now, you got to watch Channel 32. Now it's like fuck broadcast TV.
Okay, yeah, I'm in Jersey, so it's 40.
If you don't have a cable box, do your homework.
You done?
Do your homework.
You're doing your homework all weekend.
Play video games. Nah, just play video games. And then they wonder why everybody sticks to playing video games now.
Yeah, that's what entertainment grew a lot bigger.
That's the thing. Entertainment kind of went elsewhere, like with the advent of the internet and.
Well, they kind of forced it that way, and now they telling parents, don't let your kids be on an iPad all day. Fuck, they else gonna do? They ain't got cartoons to watch.
Nah, that's true. I mean, from our era, like sitting in front of the television with a bowl of cereal.
That's Saturday morning, son.
It's pretty much done.
Who's sitting in front of the big screen TV with a bowl of Fruit Loops?
It's done as we know it, but it exists in different forms. Like it's online and it's on cable television.
Yeah, but then they keep complaining. Why do kids look at their phone all day? Why are kids looking at their iPad all day? Why are kids on a laptop all day? You put them there. It's your fault.
Yeah. I mean, but that's separate from the cartoon issue.
That show.
I don't know, man. What are we looking forward to? We're looking forward to the Avengers movie.
Avengers movie.
We're going to do a podcast, a special podcast on
that night.
On just the Avengers movie, our reactions and impressions.
And there will be spoilers.
We're going to do an Avengers spoiler.
It's going to be fucking spoiler central. Yeah. So if you don't see that movie day 1, you're a loser. And 2, then I just don't know what to tell you because don't listen. Like,
we're gonna spoil the shit.
I tell you straight up, don't download the podcast
because we're gonna spoil the shit out of it. We will know it, but we're gonna spoil
that shit. Gonna be fucking scene by scene, so like scene by fucking scene. We're gonna spoil that shit. We're gonna be like the Hulk picked up the Hulk bust by his leg. He pushing his dick, and he's sitting on the ground, and it was just like fuck him up, like.
Yeah, I'm gonna ruin that movie.
We're gonna ruin the shit out of that movie.
Alright, so, a couple weeks it's about a month and a half till E3. That's the main thing we're looking forward to.
We have 4 main things from now to E3, but we have Avengers, The Witcher 3, Batman, and E3.
Yep. E3 and Batman.
Well, that shit is like in the same week.
Next week.
No. Well, E3 is what?
It's like the 16th or something like that.
Oh, so okay, yeah. So it's that Friday, that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then The Witcher 3. I mean, then Batman's on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think Apple World Developer Conference is the beginning of June, and then the week after that is E3, and then after that is Batman.
Got you.
And then we got a dry summer.
Yeah. 2015 is not the year of next gen games, son. I don't know.
Well, no, because they had some blockbusters this year, man. Like. It's just not. It's still early in the generation. Barely, but it's still early in the generation. Like you can't expect there to be like 60 fucking games out.
I don't know, You know, I'd have to go back into my memory bank to see what it was like.
I can tell you, I know
on PlayStation this shit was dry as fuck.
Yes, PlayStation year 1 and year 2 and year 3.
Son, put it like this: PlayStation year 1 through 5 was.
There was like 15 games.
Son, it was hard treasure.
It was like 15 good games, son. But then like the sixth, like going towards the end of the gen, they started blasting games out.
Yeah.
And that's when PS2 started being banging too. But even early PS2 was dry.
Like that first year. Matter of fact, the first couple of months. Because Onimusha came out and then that started like trending, like games started coming out. And it just didn't stop until the end. Alright, so we're at time. Where can we find you guys on social media?
Alright, the Ninja one at Instagram, Aaron Christopher. You guys should already know my the Twitter, like that Styles.
I don't even know mine.
And he's just gotta never learn his.
I'm gonna change this. I don't know. Like that's what it's gonna be.
Yo, man, it's the second time.
Third time.
So I'm gonna tell you, he's at Prophet NYC on Twitter.
All right, there you go.
All right.
What about?
No, we're just doing Twitter now because that'll keep it simple for you. So you know, until you get your social media shit up.
Yo, fuck social media, son.
Figure it out.
I want to watch cartoons. Fuck being in front of the PC all day.
Beat ski and retreat.
No, beat ski and retweet.
All right, and I'm at Hansel LaForge on Twitter.
By the way, that's copyrighted.
What?
Beat ski and retreat.
Yeah, we got that. We got that locked in.
It's copyrighted, son.
At Hansel LaForge on Twitter. Holla at me, give me a shout out. This has been another episode of the 00Lounge podcast. Thanks for listening. Join us again on the next episode where we discuss more news and nonsense. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 00Lounge. Check out our blog at 00lounge.com. And we out. So every podcast.
I had to do that on purpose. That's going to be my trademark. Deuces.
You gonna hold out with every time.
That's gross.